Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you have been rocking with me for a while, thank you so much. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. I would love to get to know you and drop a comment. So this video today is going to be introducing my new midi collection. I have been doing the golden rule for a couple months now, and I'm still going to use their patterns because I really do love the pattern, especially the jacket that I did for it. But I want to switch gears to do patterns from Mood. So Mood has a page called Mood Society. And what that page is, if you ever go to Mood Fabrics, it's on the top, Mood Society, and you click it, it shows you different kind of free patterns that they have. It also has blogs where there's trending topics, topics about plaid and things that they do at New York Fashion Week. They also do tutorials on there. Well, with their patterns, I have been in love with their patterns for years. I've been, of course, keeping up with Mood Fabrics because of Project Runway. And once I got into the mood with Mood Fabrics, I couldn't stop. So I have done one of their patterns. It took me a long time to print and cut out. It was a lot of pages. I want to say this particular skirt that I did was 60 pages to print and cut out. So of course, because they did not have where you can print big patterns, I wasn't in the mood to print out PDFs and cut them out and paste them together. So I didn't use their patterns much after that. But I found from another video where there's a company called Sublime Graphics, I'll put their information below, that will print the patterns out for you. Not only would they print the patterns out for you, if they're on regular paper, they will actually take them and put them together and send you the pattern on one big roll. It's been divine. So since I've been able to discover them, I have been able to print out some mood patterns. And I wanted to just do a mini collection of all the mood patterns that I've been seeing over the years that I really wanted to do. There's about 10 of them. I know, a lot of patterns, but there's about 10 of them that I have been craving to do. So I decided to do a mini collection of mood patterns. First pattern I'm going to do is Lunaria, and it is a mood pattern. This is my drawing of it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the dress here so you can see it. It is a great little pattern. I love what they've done with it. I actually think I've seen them make two different dresses out of this. There was one dress which is the original, and then someone did a remix of it, and I'm actually going to show both of them here. Looking at this, so I have a huge birthmark on my leg, and it's for as long as I can remember. I hated wearing shorts and dresses, hated them. But since apparently I've been in my 30s, I've decided to branch out and start wearing dresses again, and I really want to make this. So this is my sketch of it. My fabric, the Lunaria dress, I think is going to be gorgeous. I'm making mine out of this African print that I've had for some years, and I think it's going to be really, really cute. I decided to go a little different and actually plan out my project. I got this planner template from India Stitch, okay, and it works that I can plan my project. So as you see, I cut out a piece of my fabric and put it there. It tells you what the pattern is, what the designer is, the size I need, the supplies I need, when I started it, what my plan is to work on it per day, which we haven't got that far yet. And then it also tells you what, like, you can write out the steps you need. What I will say about mood patterns are they do have instructions on how to do the pattern. But in saying that, you have to know how to sew. They have some things that are really basic, that you can find some basic patterns, but reading through their patterns, you have to know how to put it together, which is why I'm going to try to do either a sew along or a review of each of the patterns I'm doing for this mini collection. It just depends on the pattern. If it's a really easy pattern that you can put together and the instructions are really easy, then I'm just going to do a review on it. If it's not, then I'm going to do a sew along. So for this first one, I'm going to do a sew along. There's already some changes that I've already made. I've made a mock-up of it. The mock-up is here. I don't have the belt. I didn't do the belt yet. I had to increase everything on this pattern because it's not Mood's fault. The pattern only goes up to a size 22. Most of their patterns go up to a size 30, and I fall somewhere in between, depending on what measurement I'm using, either my bust, my hip, or waist. I fall anywhere between the 22 and the 28. So I did have to make adjustments for it, but even in making the adjustments, I still love the pattern and I really wanted to do it. So I had to increase the front, the back. I increased the collar some. I had to increase the sleeves. That's a lot of adjustments to it. But most of the other patterns, I think this is probably one of the only patterns that I got. And of course, it was the first one I did, go up to a size 30. So there's not a lot of adjustments that you have to do. But for this one, I did have to make a lot of adjustments to be able to get the look that I want. I also increased the hemline by 3 inches because I wanted a longer shirt. This is supposed to be like a shirt dress. It has a really cool, funky sleeve. And I think with everything coming together, it's going to be really adorable. So the pattern pieces that you need, if you want to follow along with me and sew together, you're going to need at least 4 yards of fabric, depending on your size. Because I had to increase mine, and it may be different using the width, because the width I'm using is going to be 45 inches for my particular fabric. But if you use 60 inches width on your fabric, I know you're going to need less fabric. So just go by that. But if you're doing 45, depending on your size, you're going to need at least 4 yards of fabric. With that, you need 2 cuts on the front. You need a cut for the back on the fold. The belt has 2 cuts. The sleeve has 2 cuts. The back yoke, you need 2 cuts on the fold. For their stand, for the collar stand, you would need 2 cuts on the fold. And for the sleeve ruffle, you would need 2 cuts. So what I am going to do with this particular pattern is, I haven't made any changes besides fit. I am going to make the pattern as is. I think the only thing, once I get it, I may end up saying, oh, I don't want the ruffle, but so far I love it. And I think it's going to be really cute. So we're going to go with it, see where it turns out. If you want to sew along with me, go ahead, get your materials. You're going to need 9 buttons. I'll give you the button size. I actually changed my button size. I think the original pattern calls for 9 buttons, 16L, and when I buy buttons, I don't buy it in 16L. So I ended up buying 9 buttons, 1.5 inches, and thread. You need interfacing, so probably 1/2 yard of interfacing, and then, like I said, anywhere between 3.5 to 4 yards of fabric. If you want to sew along with me, just, you know, get your materials. I am going to list what you would need in the bottom in the description. And guys, I'll see you next time. So join me on this journey of my mini mood collection. See you guys next time. Bye.